Welcome back, everybody. This Week in America, website thisweekinamerica.us. Back with us on the program, Dr. Susan Smith-Jones. For a woman with three of America's most ordinary names, Dr. Susan Smith-Jones has certainly made extraordinary contributions in the fields of holistic health, anti-aging, optimum nutrition, and balanced living. For starters, she taught students, staff, faculty at UCLA how to be healthy and fit for 30 years. She's the founder and president of Health Unlimited, a Los Angeles-based consulting firm dedicated to optimal wellness, health education, and human potential. Susan travels internationally as a frequent radio, TV talk show guest, motivational speaker, the author of over 25 books, including Recipes for Health Bliss, The Joy Factor, and her latest, Walking on Air, Your 30-Day Inside and Out Rejuvenation Makeover, which covers in detail all the topics we'll be discussing on the show today. And her website is very simple, SusanSmithJones.com. Link on our website, thisweekinamerica.us, and you'll get there as well. On the program before, we were talking about Rejuvenate and Shine in 2014, 10 simple, surefire tips for invigorating body, mind, and spirit. Well, we got to 5, and we ended it there. Dr. Susan, welcome back to the program. It is great to have you with us.
Well, thanks, Rick. It's always a joy to be back with you.
A pleasure to have you here. We have so many things we want to talk about in the program. We're going to finish that top 10 list. Before we do that, would you go back and summarize 1 through 5? Then we'll pick it up and talk in some detail about the last 5.
That's a great idea. And remember that we're using the word rejuvenate, there are 10 letters in it, as an acronym for whole body wellness. So we'll start with the first letter. It's R for revitalize and refresh. And by this I mean make sure you take your morning time and make it your best friend. The first 40 minutes of the day sets the tone for the day. So start the day on a positive and healthy note. You know, I also recommend that you map out your schedule for the day each morning, when your mind is fresh, as well as your goals and like your to-do list. That's a good thing to do in the morning as part of those first 40 minutes of the day.
I said I wasn't going to stop you, but let me ask, because I hear conflicting opinions on this. Should I, the night before, put together what I plan on accomplishing? Will that sort of establish, okay, here's what I'm going to do tomorrow? Or wait and do it, as you say, when you get up and put the day together? And by that I'm saying, if I do it sometimes the night before, I spend half the night worrying about what I've got planned for the next day.
Well, guess what? I usually do it the night before, because then I don't have to deal with it in the morning. I can get right to my morning routine. Not only that, but I think it's wise to clean your desk off the day before. Like if you work at home, or if you're in an office, you clean your desk off so you can arrive at your office the next day working with a orderly desk, so you don't have to deal with cleaning things up first thing in the morning.
So if you lay out your day the day before, sort of compartmentalize, just, okay, I've got it done, wipe it out of your mind, and enjoy the rest of the day.
Yeah, that's right. That's absolutely right. So whether you do it the night before or that morning, but the bottom line each morning is the first 40 minutes will set the tone for the entire day. So you want to make sure you're not rushed and stressed out. You want a happy, pleasurable, fun, as healthy as possible, balanced morning.
Exercise is a big part of that.
Difference.
Yeah, and exercise is a real part of that.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and by the way, make your bed, because I mentioned that studies show that when you make your bed in the morning, you're happier throughout the day. Isn't that interesting?
Well, it is, and I want to talk when we get into the last 5 there, and you talk a lot about it in the book, Walking on Air, how to simplify and organize. And I would assume that's part of the whole declutter organization thing is to make your bed.
Yeah, it is. Make your bed, and, so that you can arrive in your bed when it's time to go to bed that night without it being a complete mess. It just feels better to keep your bedroom more of a sanctuary. And you just mentioned a moment ago that the second letter, E, is for exercise. And it's exercise for vitality, to keep our body healthy, to shed the extra weight. Your exercise needs to be a top priority. Most people that work out daily are those that exercise in the morning. I always say, if you can, earn your breakfast and get those endorphins flowing first thing. And walking is the most underrated of all exercises. Even walk in place. If you watch TV at night, walk in place during all the commercials. But the thing I like to tell everyone is to walk your dog every day, whether you have a dog or not.
That makes perfect sense. And you mentioned the Breakfast Club. The third point is join the Breakfast Club.
Join for.
And you say that's really important to start with proper nutrition.
Yes.
First thing in the day.
It is. You got to take time to fuel your body for the tasks ahead of it. And if you're always in a rush, you can still get something made the night before. You can even make a smoothie the night before. But remember, a breakfast means breaking fast, and you're jump-starting your metabolism with a breakfast.
Interesting. And you say utilizing nature's best superfood and super nutrient. That will really jumpstart our day.
Without a doubt, yeah. To fill in those nutritional gaps of our modern-day, fast-paced, overstimulated, and undernourished lifestyle, there are two superfoods that you can get them in supplemental form that I've taken for decades. One is Hawaiian spirulina. I've taken it for 30 years. The other is Hawaiian astaxanthin. I've taken that for 10 years. And together, these two with a couple other supplements are all you'd need to take. But together they give you high energy, low calorie, superfoods, high protein. They're healing, alkalizing, detoxifying. They boost your immune system. And if you go to SusanSmithJones.com and go over to articles, I've got about 12 different articles on both of these, and you'll find out how you can get a 25% discount. You can go right to the company. I don't sell anything, but there's a way to get a 25% discount.
That's right. At Susan's website, SusanSmithJones.com. Go to our website, thisweekinamerica.us, and link on there as well. And number 5, in recapping, and again, this list is available at our website and Dr. Susan's website as well. Visualize the day ahead and visualize it so it's a productive day for you.
Yeah, absolutely. Albert Einstein once said that your imagination is a preview of your life's coming attractions. I love that. And oftentimes what's eating you is more important than what you're eating. What's really bugging you that day. We know that our physical health is important, but sometimes our mental health gets overlooked. And even a minute of visualization and positive thinking can help improve your mood and outlook. And by the way, over under more articles in the navigation bar, the third article below is Rejuvenate. So I go into much more detail than we're discussing today or last time. All of these 10 tips for reinvigorating your body, mind, and spirit.
It is such an excellent website. A lot of great information there. SusanSmithJones.com. Our guest on This Week in America is Dr. Susan Smith Jones. We're up to number 6. This is new on the Rejuvenate and Shine in 2014. We're using the word rejuvenate. We're down to number 6E, which is eat more fruits and vegetables.
Yes.
Sounds simple. Why is it so difficult for us to do that?
Because I think people get out of the habit. And then, see, what you eat is what you usually crave day in, day out. If you eat junk foods, that's what you'll crave. If you discipline yourself enough and it takes about 3 weeks to change habits, to eat better foods, that's what you'll eventually crave. You're in charge of your health destiny, and healthy foods can definitely put money in your health bank account. Now, in terms of the foods you eat, it can be so confusing because there's so many different food choices competing for our attention. Everything from low carb to high protein to juice fads to whatever the latest diet is. But I think it's really not that difficult. Like my grandmother taught me as a teenager, eat your foods, real foods, as close to the way nature made them for you. She would always remind me that we don't see ice cream trees and donut vines and potato chip bushes. And she would say to me, eat real food, but don't eat too much, and eat mostly plants. So eat lots of fresh fruits and vegetables. Produce, by the way, is the most important health care that your money can buy. And vibrant health always starts in the kitchen by choosing the most delicious foods that help you to heal your body, because all these fruits and vegetables are, of all the foods you can eat, have the highest levels of vitamins, minerals, enzymes, antioxidants, phytonutrients, and these are the foods that neutralize free radicals that lead to cell damage. adheres in our body. It slows down aging. So, it's a pretty safe bet that you want to eat as many plants as possible. And I'll also say this. Don't eat all your food cooked, because you destroy all of the enzymes and much of the nutritional value when you cook foods. I've got a really great article on the healing power of raw foods in the navigation bar. Go to articles, scroll down, and you'll find it there. And then I have lots of great recipes. But make sure you have at least 50% of your diet with uncooked foods like fresh fruits and vegetables.
Dr. Susan's website is susansmithjones.com. And you talk in the book, Walking on Air, that you should get your remedies from the farm, not the pharmacy. If we eat right, we can prevent some of the medication, limit at least, maybe even eliminate some of the medication we're taking.
That is so right. About 2,400 years ago, the father of medicine, Hippocrates, said, "Let food be your medicine and medicine be your food." And it's true. And it's not just foods, but it's herbs and spices as well. And in fact, you don't know this because I've just posted it. On the home page of my website, if you scroll halfway down, you'll see how you can get my full-color series of 7 natural remedy booklet CD combos. I have these little booklets that are also, they have a CD in the back of each one. There's a way to get all 7 of them free. And there are 3 options on the home page of my website. One of those 7 booklets is Discover the Healing Secrets in Your Spice Rack, where I go through all of my favorite spices, the culinary spices, and why they're good for your body. So I go through each one.
Great information there. I'm going to go back to 7 because time is going by quickly, and I knew that it would because I keep interjecting here. I should just leave the room for a while and let you educate people.
No.
Nourish your body and lose weight with ample sleep. And we've touched on this before, how important sleep is, basically all phases of our life.
Yeah, well, first of all, too little sleep on a regular basis makes you hungry, especially for calorie-dense, unhealthy foods, and primes your body to hold on to all of the calories you eat. So if you want to lose some weight and make it easy to keep the weight off, you've got to make sure you get enough sleep. There's nothing, Rick, more restorative for our bodies than getting very good sleep night after night. And you need it not only for your physical health, but you also need it for mental and emotional. Those who get less than adequate rest are often depressed, have more psychological issues, and make sure you don't eat too close to bedtime, because then you'll often wake up more tired than when you went to sleep, because your body, instead of rebuilding, renewing, repairing through the night, is just trying to digest all those foods.
There's great information on the sleep topic as well at the website, susansmithjones.com. A lot of people say it's like having a holistic health app. Anything related to health and nutrition, it's all available at the website. Number 8 is adjust your attitude and say goodbye to procrastination.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, and welcome gratitude. There's such healing power in focusing on the positive aspects of our life. Plato once said, a grateful mind is a great mind that eventually attracts to it great things. Now, I don't think, and I'm sure you'll agree with me, that we shouldn't leave the task of counting our blessings for only Thanksgiving Day.
Yes.
Each and every day, just take a moment to be grateful for all you have, and stop putting things off till tomorrow, what you can do today. Studies do reveal that those people who are the most successful and make the most income, are the most prosperous, don't put things off. They don't procrastinate. And remember how important your attitude is. My grandmother always used to say that your attitude is your mind's paintbrush. It can color anything. And be aware of your words. You want to speak words that are always positive. And in fact, you will love this one. Under more articles, if you scroll down about 5 or 6, I have 260 words, how to speak and write in a positive light. So if you're at a loss for what positive words you can use in communicating with others, I have 260 words.
Wow. Go to the website. It's SusanSmithJones.com. Information at our website, thisweekinamerica.us as well. Walking on Air, this book we're basically talking about, your 30-day inside and out rejuvenation makeover. You take the affirmative action for the day, a step. You walk people through it. You sort of do one at a time. The book is really laid out exceptionally well. When we're talking about, and I guess procrastination runs into number 9, which is meditate and breathe deeply. You talk about discipline and how important that is in actually stopping this procrastination and making up your mind to get something done.
Yes, and discipline, I think, is that ability to carry out a resolution long after the mood and the enthusiasm has left you.
Yes.
And one thing you can add to your life that will affect in a positive way everything else is meditation. Those who meditate on a regular basis have lower cortisol levels, that's the stress hormone, are younger physiologically, are calmer, are more relaxed, are more peaceful, are less depressed, and it's all scientifically documented. It's cost-free. There's no single way to meditate. You sort of simply nudge yourself to experience the present by noticing your breath or maybe the nature around you. But what meditation does, and I've been a very disciplined meditator for 40 years, it calms the mind and body, and it allows you to maintain an emotional balance. It lowers blood pressure, soothes the gut. As I mentioned, it lowers the stress hormones. And meditation is a triple whammy. It's a salve for body, mind, and spirit. And I just posted on the homepage, if you scroll all the way to the bottom of my homepage, it says calming nature sounds. And I have the waves and a babbling brook and a gentle rain in a pine forest. I probably have 15. And all you need to do is simply listen to some nature sounds and breathe deeply, and you'll be in a meditative state.
Just in 30 seconds, so we get to point 10 here. Breathe deeply. It sounds so simple, yet the results can be so impressive.
No, I was going to say breathing briefly. Breathing deeply, it does lower your stress hormone, and it lowers blood pressure. And most people, when they're stressed out during the day, are shallow breathers. Their shoulders just go up and down, but you want to take long, slow, deep breaths, and then inhale, exhale, hold the breath for a few seconds, and then exhale. And just the more you practice doing this, the more it will become natural.
Rejuvenate and Shine in 2014, 10 simple, surefire tips for invigorating body, mind, and spirit. You're listening to This Week in America. Our guest once again is Dr. Susan Smith-Jones. Her website, SusanSmithJones.com. And number 10, enjoy daily laughter and tickle your funny bone. That's really important. I can't tell you how many times I either go through it or talk to people and things are not going well. You take a little time, you do something funny, you read something funny, you watch something on YouTube that's funny, and all of a sudden your attitude has changed. You feel better.
Absolutely. And you see, according to all the researchers, laughter releases those endorphins in your body that act as a natural stress buster. You know, every time you laugh, it clears out your respiratory passages. It relieves pain. It counteracts fear, anger, and depression. I just got back from a wonderful media tour to the UK, and in one of the bed and breakfast places I stayed in Northern Ireland, this was the saying, a good laugh, it was an Irish saying, a good laugh and a long sleep are the best cures in the doctor's book. And Leonardo da Vinci, this is just the sleep, said a well-spent day brings happy sleep, but it's hard to feel happy and to lighten up when you don't sleep well at night. And when I was in Scotland, someone told me this old Scottish saying that angels fly because they take themselves lightly. Laugh at yourself once in a while. When you make a mistake or do the unexpected, it's a humbling experience and one that reminds you not to take life quite so seriously. We need to enjoy life more.
All of these 10 tips that we just talked about in detail at Dr. Susan's website. It's very simple, SusanSmithJones.com. You can log on to our website, thisweekinamerica.us, and link on directly the book we're talking about specifically on the program, Walking on Air, your 30-day inside and out rejuvenation makeover. So much great information available at the website. Dr. Susan, thank you very much. We will have you back. Much more to talk about. You've given me 14 different topic ideas just in the past half hour here. Thank you so much for sharing with us. We look forward to having you back on the program.
Thank you. See you next time.
Take care. Susan Smith Jones, website very simple, susansmithjones.com. And, of course, information at our website, thisweekinamerica.us.